going to film a couple of days vlog to cover the last few days of term here in the UK. It's really hot and I'm not coping very well with it, so I'm going to try and talk a bit about that, because I promised I would talk a bit more about surviving summer and how I deal with my summer sad. And I'm about to make some bears, so I'm going to show you that as well. When we go away on holiday, we usually drive to wherever we're going. It's usually France or Scotland, as it is this year. We're going to drive up to Scotland in a couple of weeks' time, and I always do a carve bag for the kids. So it's usually got sun cream in there, like lip balm, a word search book, pens, different things over the years depending on their ages, and I always make them something to go with their travel bags as a surprise. It makes part of the holiday for them. They've sort of come to expect it and they love it. And this year I'm going to try and actually make them a proper little hand sewn bear. So I've got the pattern and I'm about to commence sewing. I've cut out all the pieces. I have no idea how this is going to go. I've never sewn anything like this in my life. I'm in charge of the teacher collection this year, so we all put a £5 in. It's all organised via WhatsApp, and then we usually get them vouchers for Blue Water, which is our huge local shopping centre, and a few little extras as well. So I've got them some pink Prosecco from M&S, because everything's better from Marks and Spencer's, and some little miniature roses in these lovely little ceramic pots. And I've also got them some chocolates, and they've got a card which Phoebe and her friend have just done all the names of the class in it, and I'll put the vouchers in there as well. So we'll take those at the end of the day tomorrow, but I'm not going to put the roses in just yet. It's such a hot, stifling day. I don't want them to be sitting in semi-darkness in the gift bag, so I've just given them a bit of water, and I'll leave them here and enjoy them until I have to give them away tomorrow. It's now coming up for 7 o'clock. Phoebe's had a friend round all afternoon after school, which was brilliant because they played in the pool. We've just got a really simple and small little frame pool that we bought last year and didn't get much use really last year because we got it quite late because of all the delays and everything. But this year, oh my goodness, what a difference it's made having that at the bottom of the garden. I'm just going to turn the pasta down. So they had a great time. And they've all eaten and had their dinner, and Dan and I are going to have just a really simple shop bought pasta dish, which we don't often do, but it's so hot I just don't want to put the oven on again. I had to put it on for the kids' tea because they were having chips and fish fingers and stuff, but we're just going to have a lovely salad and Asda, no, is it Asda? No, it's Aldi's authentic Italian sun-dried tomato and mozzarella mezzalune. Probably saying that wrong, pretty sure it's not very authentic, but it sounds nice. So I'm going to get that on the go. Then I'm going to have a very quick bath. I do prefer baths to showers. Wash off the day, get ready for tomorrow when I'm getting my fringe trimmed at last. Hurrah. You off to get dressed? Your last day of term? Remember it's an school uniform today. It's the last day of term for Phoebe and I look dreadful and I look very frizzy because we are entering the third day of it being 30 degrees. We're not used to it, and it was a very...
Smothering on sun cream.
You are putting on sun cream. It was a very hot night, so none of us got a decent amount of sleep. And we're all just hot and sweaty already. I've just straightened my hair and already it's going poofy. So we're just getting ready to go. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to walk Phoebe down for the very last time this school year.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrific, that school run. It was just absolute madness. Millions of people driving in really irresponsible ways, and I am glad that that is the last time we're going to have to do that in the morning. I've still got to do it this afternoon, but after school everyone's going to the local park to let the kids have a really good play and a run around. It's just a shame it's so blinking hot. We're going to take a picnic and stuff. Oh, I look so tired and hot. But right now, before it gets too hot and before I have to go and have my fringe trimmed, I'm going to get on with sewing those bears. I really want to get those finished. It's bugging me now. Thought I'd show you the pattern I'm working with, but I will show you how I'm doing with it tomorrow when I've done a bit more. But it's this, it's Minky and Friends. It's the standard size bear. She does do mini ones as well, and she does different animals. Obviously I'm not going to show you because it's a paid for pattern. It costs me £7.50, which is quite cheap for a little pattern, and it's going well so far. There was a couple of things I got confused about and I had to email her, but she got right back to me like within hours, so that's brilliant. She's in Australia, I believe, and she's Minky and Friends on Etsy. So I'm going to crack on with this now, and I'll let you know over the course of the vlog how I get on. Right, I am taking a break from sewing. It's going, touch wood, okay, but I've got to get to the bit where I actually assemble everything and sew it together, and I'm a bit nervous about that. But I'm going to get all the pieces ready and move on to that. At least if that's done, if I have to, I can be up early before the girls, because it's a surprise and I don't want them to see me working on them. I can be up early in the holidays before we go away, just sewing it together. So as long as I can get all the sewing machine stuff done today, that would be great. But right now I'm going to go and get my fringe trimmed, and I need to go and do a bit of shopping. I'm only going to cook some pasta tonight for everybody. I'm going to make my homemade pasta sauce. I'll show you what I do actually. It's nothing special because I'm not turning the oven on. I'm just not doing it. Although I do have to turn the oven on briefly because I need to cook some pizza and let it go cold so I can cut it up and take it for our little after school picnic today. We are actually forecast thunderstorms, but the weather seems to be changing so quickly that who knows. We were supposed to get thunderstorms last night and we didn't. So, okay, I'm going to gather up everything and go and get this fringe sorted out. Finally got myself some new sunglasses. These are a bit better than the ones I had. My other one's broken and I had to use my driving ones that I just keep in the car. But I think these are a bit better. I really like them. Got them for about £5 in New Look yesterday. They're 25% off. What do you think? It's a bit neater, isn't it? It wasn't my usual hairdresser. She's no longer working except for Fridays when I work, so I don't know how that's going to work. So another girl did it, which made me very nervous because I've had the same hairdresser since before Phoebe was born, and Phoebe will be 11 this year. But I think she's done quite a good job. I think it's about the right length. Quite happy with that. Doesn't make me look any less tired, so we'll just do this. Ta-da! Instant makeover. Right, now to the supermarket to enjoy all the air conditioning that will be there. been listening to a podcast whilst I've been putting my bear pieces together and stuffing them. I was chatting to my friend Cherie. She has the Ollie and Bella podcast here on YouTube. And she told me that she had got herself some really cheap and cheerful wireless headphones from Primark so that she could watch podcasts while she's cooking and still move around the kitchen. So I did just that yesterday when I was at Bluewater. I treated myself to these for £12, and although they're a bit snug, like I feel like they're gripping my head a bit, they're really good. I've been listening to my podcast quite happily. They've messed up my hair beautifully, and the girls both used them yesterday as well. Yeah, really pleased with them so far, and for £12, can't really complain. I've got a podcast on because I've got all the doors and windows open, and I get very anxious at the idea of outside interference. So I listen to something else so that I don't listen to the outside world, and that is something that is obviously a problem that's much more prevalent in summer when you do have to be suddenly exposed to everybody else. My mum says, you know, for most of the time you can just get on with your life and not really think about what other people are doing. But in summer, when everyone's flinging open the doors and windows, it's hard to avoid what other people are doing. And as that's a source of anxiety for me, I have to find ways to cope with it. But I think this year has been better because I've identified more clearly that that is an issue for me and learned to accept it, which I wasn't willing to do. I thought there's something wrong with me, odd, not like other people, so on. But when I started talking about it, loads of other people said, me too, I feel the same, and that makes you feel a bit more normal. Anyway, I've just about got all my bear pieces done. I'm just stuffing the second bear. I've managed to sew them to look quite different, which is good because they'll be able to tell them apart, but I'm not sure how I managed to get them so different. This one's sort of a better shape, I would say, and then this is kind of short and squat. So just to give you an idea, the head will go on like that, and then there'll be arms. Oh, there we go. There'll be arms and ears as well, and that's how it will look on this one. So it's quite good because they'll have their own little personalities. She does do patterns for clothes for them, which I'd quite like to do if I had the time. I'm a bit worried I'll have to modify it, given that this one's quite a different shape. We'll have to wait and see when they're finished what kind of personality they each have. I can hear thunder in the distance. Dan's upstairs working from home. I should have said that yesterday actually. Dan works from home most of the time now. He does go into the office once or twice a week, but he is at home today. We're expecting our chicken coop to be delivered, but we don't know when. So he's going to have to stay put until that arrives, which we're hoping is sooner rather than later, so he can join us at the park, if indeed we do go to the park, because we don't really want to get struck by lightning. So I'm going to get the pasta sauce ready now, so that that's all ready, so whenever people want to eat later we can just heat it up. At the same time as getting some fruit chopped up for the picnic. So I'm going to show you how I make my pasta sauce. I'm going to make a double batch so that I can put some in the freezer because it freezes very well and it's really great for a last minute, just watching all the birds flying for cover, last minute meal if you can't think of anything else. It uses chopped tomatoes, which are a really good source of one of your 5 a day. And I got the absolute cheapest one from Asda. This was about 30p, so this is a really cheap recipe as well. I'm going to use 2 of these, and I'm going to grab a couple of cloves of garlic and grate those, and then show you what I do. You can probably just hear my earphones, but hopefully you also heard, oh, where's my phone? Oh, I plugged it in. Hopefully you also heard that gigantic crash of thunder. I love a thunderstorm. Not so much when it's inconvenient. Okay, as the thunder rages and the rain starts to fall outside, I am adding some olive oil. I don't know, just under a tablespoon, and I'm going to heat that up a little bit. I'm going to add the garlic to the oil. Just going to let it sizzle for literally 30 seconds or so. Oh, more thunder. I don't want it to burn and go bitter. I'm going to add the tomatoes, and it's going to really, just in case you didn't hear that, as I said, it's going to really sizzle. And it makes quite a spray all over the cooker. Put the other one in. Okay, I've added some salt and pepper, and I'm going to put in a load of basil. Quite a lot actually, because this is tomato and basil. What's that? I'd say it's about a heaped teaspoon. I'm going to give that all a stir. Then I'm going to add the tiniest of splashes of red wine vinegar, like literally just a splash. And I'm going to put that over there on the side, because I might add a bit more later just to give it a bit of tang. And I'm going to let that bubble away for about 10 to 15 minutes, really, really low. And every now and then I'm going to get my potato masher and just give it a really good mash to really break down all of the chopped tomatoes. I don't want this to be super chunky. I want it to be not super chunky. So I added a dash more of the red wine vinegar and a dash more salt, and that is now all ready to be, well, partly reheated later and partly frozen for another time. Now I've got to decide what to do about the picnic. Typical. It's the only rain forecast today is in the hours that we were due to be at the park. This is going to be really terrible sound and terrible picture, and actually let me just turn the fan off, because otherwise it will sound like I'm in a windstorm as well. But I am in the car park. I never drive the school run, so it's crazy that on the very last school run of the entire year I'm having to drive it, and that is because it is full-on thunderstorm and rain, and I've got 2 very heavy bags of teacher presents with me, and a picnic just in case we do end up going, which I very much doubt. I just can't believe how typical it is that this would happen today. I love rain, and I would have it any other day, because this was supposed to be a day that the kids got to have some fun. This is an important delivery. The chicken coop has arrived.
It's where my chickens are going.
There is a chicken on the box, because this is our igloo go. Our omelette coop has arrived so that we can begin our chicken journey. Bok bok.
Poo-lay-poo.
I'm now looking very dishevelled. I'm not happy with the way that that girl cut my hair. As the day has gone on, I can see that she's done a really bad job of it. Oh, it just adds to my list of things to be annoyed about. We didn't make it to the park because it was thunder and lightning, and then it was bright sunshine, then no one knew what to do, and then nobody could make a decision, so we didn't go. Then it was bright sunshine, then it was thunder and lightning. In the meantime, we had our omelette delivered, yay! But they've only delivered 4 out of 6 boxes. Boo.
I know why. 4 boxes were sent from the East Midlands depot and 2 boxes were sent from the Maidstone depot.
So it's Maidstone's fault.
Yeah, Maidstone are the 2 that are missing.
Grrr.
But we should get them sometime before 6, so they're due any minute.
Not the way my day is going, they won't be here before 6. So anyway, I'm now making dinner for an extra one because one of Phoebe's friends came after school and they played in the paddling pool. I don't know what he's doing. They played in the paddling pool in the rain before the lightning and thunder came. Oh, bear in mind I don't have a cat. Hello. Hello, wet cat that doesn't live here. It's a very soggy cat. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. I was just basically moaning about how rubbish today has been. But I'm making pasta for 5, not 4. So I'm glad I made that sauce earlier, and I'm glad I made double. Yay me. Wine will definitely be on the cards for tonight as well. It's about 9 o'clock and Phoebe's just about to get ready for bed, but I've got a very, very small little gift for each of you for the end of term. Even though Lilia hasn't finished.
No, technically I have.
Technically you don't finish
Okay.
until 12 tomorrow.
But you've got to open them at the same time. Not that they're the same, but so, right, so this is, sorry about the wrapping. It's an Amazon envelope.
Wait. On your marks. Get set. Unwrap.
Oh my god, it's bright storm! How is this a small book?
Lilia, what did you get?
I got Stardust, which is like my favourite film ever.
Stardust by Neil Gaiman. Phoebe, what did you get?
I got Bright Storm by Vashti Hardy, which is, that's really weird because this is about a sky ship and I've been reading it in reading group at school, but we didn't get time to finish it and we got like that far in and I really want to read it.
Yay! Happy end of term, girls.
1899 and 1900, and during this
Good morning. It is now Wednesday. It's going to be another hot day today, but not as hot as it said yesterday. It was going to be 29 and now it says it's going to be 28. But no more thunderstorms today. So quickly changing. I feel like I've said that all the time in this vlog. I'm working today, so I have just arrived in the work car park and I'm going to pack up and go and get into my office and make a cup of tea. Nothing has changed for me at work because I still need to wear my mask and all the restrictions still apply because it is effectively a healthcare setting, even though really the building where I work isn't, but we have to adhere to the hospital policy. So yeah, so that's what's happening today. I've got my lunch packed. I want to show you the progress that I've made on my bears because I've managed to sew the head onto one of them. I had to give up with the second one because I think I was just getting hot and frustrated with it yesterday. So I'm going to hopefully get a bit of time to do that tonight. But I'll keep you updated on my bears and hopefully you will see a finished one before the end of the vlog. Yeah, and I'd said that I was going to talk a bit about coping with summer, and I feel like the last three or 4 days where it's been sort of 30 degrees and incredibly hot, I have coped better this year than I have coped in any other year that I can remember. And I think that is because I have an awareness now, which is something I've not always had, is an awareness of why I feel certain ways, anxious about things or nervous about things or upset by things. And in the last year or two, I've really started to accept that these things are part of me, and therefore start to examine how I can manage those things and cope with them. And I think, even though I know that there might be hotter days ahead where I might not be quite as rational about it, the noticing of the impermanence of nature and the seasons has greatly helped. In fact, my friend Becky in America, hi Becky, she sent me a wonderful link to a meditation on impermanence, which I really enjoyed. I might listen to again actually. It was on Insight Timer, which is a meditation app. It's free, and the name of the meditation was Impermanence by Peter Radcliffe. I'll put the details underneath in the description box, but I found that a very helpful thing to listen to, the kind of notion that all things are constantly changing and constantly moving. So I think I have coped better this summer than I have in any summer I can remember in my adult life. Right, time for me to go and get on with work. I really need another cup of tea. I'll catch up with you later.
Birmingham. Now, first of all, M6 toll northbound completely closed between T6 at Brown Hills.
I am home, I am dishevelled. The rest of our omelette chicken coop has arrived, so we've got everything we need now. We were a bit worried yesterday when we thought some were missing, but they were just in a different delivery. It's absolutely boiling hot. Horrible. I had to pop to the shops on my way home and it was a horrific experience. But we've got everything we need, and slight change of plan in that I was going to spend a bit of time working on the secret sewing project, but my friend's cat has been run over and has died. So I'm going to just go and very quickly drop off a bottle of wine and for her and some sweets for her two girls just on her doorstep and run away. And then I'll text her and tell her, look on your doorstep. I don't want to knock and make them have to talk to anyone. So I'm going to do that, and then hopefully I'll come back and have a bit of sewing time. Not that I've got the energy for it. Got to cook dinner as well.
I'd rather build a chicken coop.
And you said to her it would be
Right, it's now, oh, my watch has run out of battery. Oh, and I was going to move the camera so that you couldn't see all this, but then I thought, this is my reality at the moment. It's too hot, I'm tired, it's only midway through the week, and I've still got more running around to do. And I've got pictures still to put up in my newly decorated bedroom, and boxes that are on their way to other places, and just stuff everywhere. And my watch has run out of battery. And I was going to get something. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you the time. Okay, it's about 7:45, so I've got to go and get Phoebe in about half an hour. And I thought I'd just take this opportunity to finish whatever this vlog becomes. I've kind of lost a sense of what I've been filming. We've just had a really lovely dinner. I didn't really want to put the oven on, but it was harder trying to choose something to make without putting the oven on than just putting it on. So we had lovely salmon with roasted vegetables, and that was it, just salmon with roasted vegetables. It was absolutely lovely. So I'm nice and full up now, if not very hot. And I wanted to show you quickly where I've got to with the bears. I've only got one of them here because this is the one I've got the furthest with. So you'll have to wait and see in the next vlog how they look when they're finished. So here's my bear. I embroidered the nose and I used safety eyes. I've definitely used the wrong type of material. Oh, I did a contrasting material for the foot pads, and I did a different material for each of the girls. So Phoebe's is purple and Lilia's is blue. And I've done the same on the ears as well, so that the little ears will go about here. You can hear a dog barking, it's because all the windows are open. So you'll hear every neighbourhood dog. There we go, there's the ears. So that's going to be really cute. Oh, and he does have arms. They're here. I say he, it might be a she. We'll have to wait and see what Phoebe thinks, because this is Phoebe's one. And that's the arms there. So I just need to sew up the arms and sew them on. But I feel like I'm really nearly there. This is just a little bit of hand sewing, and I do really enjoy hand sewing. It's a bit difficult when it's really hot. But I've been having problems sewing the head onto the other one. I've got such different shapes for the bodies and the heads, and that is because this is a stretch fabric, which was a pair of Dan's old trousers. I think I was just saying that and then got off track. Which is definitely the wrong type of fabric to use for this. I need something with no stretch in it really, just a good sort of upholstery cotton, or a nice thick non-stretch cotton to use. But I'm definitely going to have a go at making another one in a more suitable fabric, because I actually quite enjoyed the process. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's actually designed to be, you can make it with cotton, but you can make it with like a furry fabric, like a short fur material, which would hide a multitude of sins in your seams and stuff. So I would like to try that as well. But for now, I think these are going to be great, and I'm going to have a go at trying to sew them some clothes, but whether I have time for that, I don't know. I'm giving myself a very long to-do list to get done in the next couple of weeks. So that's me. I'm going to go take my makeup off, get changed into my comfies, maybe go and put my feet in the pool for 10 minutes and try to cool myself down. I've got to water the garden as well. Before I go and get Phoebe, I'm going to end the vlog here. So I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me for the last 3 hot days. It's just a random bit of vlogging. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks as ever for being on the other side of the camera, the other side of the screen, and for all your really lovely, really helpful and encouraging comments. I just love reading them. And you have so many brilliant ideas and advice and memories that you share, and you chat to each other, and it's just really, really lovely to see your comments. So thank you very much for being here. And I will see you again next week. Hopefully it'll be a bit cooler.